Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to give you guys a bit of a tour on my Elderwood inspired plot that I recently finished up in Palia because it is definitely one of my favorite plots that I've made, and I just think the Elderwood area is so beautiful, so I really just wanted to show you guys, maybe give you some inspiration on some things that you could create and just share my thoughts. If you do enjoy the video, please remember to like and comment and also consider subscribing to the channel as well. So first of all, as you can see, I did buy the Elderwood landscape. I just really felt like it would complete the look of this build, and I couldn't resist getting it. I think it's stunning. The beautiful big trees on the landscape are so nice. Personally, I think it's one of the best landscapes that they have made. One of my favorite things is that they have added these bouncy blossoms around, which you can bounce on. And the trees are also climbable, much like in Elderwood, which is quite a nice touch, and I really like it. Overall, a really fun landscape, and I definitely think it is one of the best ones they've made. Now, we will begin the tour. So right at the front here, we do have the Umbran archway, and I did want to utilize a lot of the Umbran and Elderwood furniture that we got when the Elderwood expansion came out, so you'll notice that. And then anything that was lacking, because obviously those furniture sets don't have everything, I just dyed the berry colorway because I felt like that one matched the most. So right at the front here we do have this Pixie Grove. I just love how this one looks. I have left the little bag here because I like how it glows with the little pixies flying around. Unfortunately though, when people tour the plot, that's not actually there, sadly, so they can't see the glow, but I just thought that the glow looked really nice, so I genuinely have not been picking the bag up because I just wanted to see it look pretty. So maybe I'm missing out on a few things, but it's fine, I live with it. And as you can see, we do have a lot of foliage. We've got all of the Elderwood trees and all of the new flowers from the Pixie Blossom Bounce event that they recently added in the Radiance Rising update. I think these mushrooms are so gorgeous, and I was so freaking excited when I saw they were adding them. I knew they would look absolutely perfect on this plot, so very happy about that. And honestly, all of the plants, the bushes, the flowers, everything they added is super nice, and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, we've just got these little concrete pavers that go around, and then we do have a little pathway over here which leads across this koi pond that I bought, and then up onto this little elevated sort of hill at the back here. So up on the hill, we've got, again, a lot of the vegetation from the Elderwood. And then we've also got our little Schmoll plushie up the back here, and this beautiful Umbran swing seat with this little trellis too. I just think this is such a nice place to sit and have a little look. Obviously, the perspective isn't quite as nice as it would be if you were actually sitting in a chair, but I just think it's really pretty and I love it. One thing I do wish is that I wish you could dye the terraces, because the color of the grass is slightly mismatched. As you can see here, they're slightly not the same color, because the landscape grass is the same as the Elderwood and the terraces are not. But I don't think it looks too bad. I think it blends in pretty nicely anyway. Most people probably wouldn't really notice, but I mean, that's just me being nitpicky, you know? I feel like everyone's their own worst critic, right? But yeah. I do love this. I think it's just really peaceful and beautiful, and I'm very happy with how this little hill swing turned out. So heading back over, we do have the entryway to the house, and also on the left here I do have a river that is running through the plot, and we will see that again in a minute. So heading inside, we have this massive flower ceiling that took me way too long to make, especially because I've got all of these Elderwood lamps which utilize the elderflowers, so those were kind of a pain to make, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's so purple and colorful and glowy, and I just think it's so whimsical and pretty, and I'm really happy with it. So on the right here, we have a little lounge room area, and I did use the elderwood chair and sofa, and I did actually dye them a different color. They're usually a bit more bluey green, but I decided to make them this pinky color. And then I thought using a rock as a coffee table would be kind of fun to bring some of that outdoor element back inside. Obviously, there's a lot of like plants and foliage and everything inside, so I wanted to continue that. Of course, got our little small plushie chilling on the couch, as well as the little fun guy plushie as well. And then we've just got a nice peaceful fireplace, few knickknacks hanging over here, and another small plushie. These guys are honestly so cute. I really love these plushies. They just look adorable. And I really love these mushroom lights that go on the wall. These are super cute. Love these. So then over in this corner, we've got a sort of mini bookshelf seating area. I mean, I've kind of covered up the entire seat, so I guess you'd have to take everything off if you actually wanted to sit there. But I just love clutter, so I just put a bunch of things here. Again, we've got another schmoll and the Ogapoo. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I just call it an Ogapoo plushie here. The wave back, who I actually have 3 of these guys now, so they're super cute. Love them. And then we just got some little fishies hanging out. I love these jellyfish. I think they look really cute. And they're so glowy as well, so they match the aesthetic perfectly. Then over here, we've just got a little bookshelf. This is basically just filler space, and actually the pole that puts up the flower ceiling is back there. So this was kind of just like to hide that. But now I've pointed it out to you, so I guess hiding it was pointless. But I think it looks cute, just having a little bit of clutter here. And then it leads into the dining area, which I've just popped sort of in between the 2 rooms here to tie them together nicely, so it doesn't really feel like separate areas. It just feels like one big space. That's another reason why I continued the flower ceiling across the whole thing as well. And then here I decided to put this log inside with the kitchen because the kitchen felt too plain, and it really just felt like there wasn't enough plant life in the kitchen, and I thought adding this little log here with the bench would look really cute, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So here's the kitchen, a lot of capital chic cabinets that are all dyed, and then we've got the Umbran set. I really do love this set. And then just, you know, some chopping boards, plates, knives on the wall. And then I got the Umbran sink. I think this one's really pretty. I have utilized a lot of glitching in this build, probably the most that I've ever used. I learned a lot of new techniques, which I am very happy with because I think it really helped create what I envisioned. Then I decided this was going to be like, this is actually a wardrobe, but I thought it looked kind of like a fridge. So this is my Umbran fridge. Even though it's a wardrobe, you can imagine that it's a fridge. And then over here we have this little pantry, which is honestly one of my favorite parts of the entire build. I've never made a pantry like this before, and I think it turned out super duper cute. Really happy with this one. Yeah, I think that looks adorable. Really happy with that. That's pretty much everything in this front area. I do also have the schmoll and the Ogapoo on the wall over there for hunting them. Super cute. Oh, and of course the Elderwood map is on the wall there as well. So heading over this way, we have the bedroom in all its glory. Again, a mix of the Umbran and the Elderwood set. So over here is like the dressing room. You know, you've got your wardrobe, your mirror, your little mannequin, and this cute little will-o-wisp froggy. I decided to use these elderwood branches to create kind of like a bed head by putting them towards each other, and I am really happy with how that turned out. And then we've got the Umbran bed sitting in front of it. In the corner here, we just got some fishies and a log, again bringing in the flowers and all of the nature from outside inside. I will also mention I love this Essence wallpaper. You can get it from Sabira's store in the Elderwood, and it costs, I think, 2,500 Essence, something like that, but I think it's really nice. I love it. Very happy I got that. And then in here we just got a little couch with another schmoll. Again, I put these little branches facing each other. I just think it creates a really nice little area having them facing like that. And then the Umbran coffee table here. And then in the corner, this is just sort of like a vanity area. You know, you could do your makeup, sit down, brush your hair, get ready for the day. And I think it looks really cute. Very simple, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then we do also have an ensuite bathroom. This is probably my favorite room in the whole house. I don't know, I just think it really captured what I wanted to with all of the nature, the ivy on the wall, the flowers, the wood and everything. I think it's just perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. And then we have this bouncy fun guy just having a little bath. Sorry, dude. I know we've invaded his privacy, but he looks so freaking cute in that bathtub. I love it. Got the Umbran sink. A little shelf with some knickknacks. And then we also have a toilet in here. Just a tiny little room, but I think it's really good. And I think it completes it perfectly. Very, very happy. Again, I do love these little mushrooms on the wall. They're so cute. Honestly, the Elderwood furniture set is so beautiful. I love it. And then we do actually have a door leading outside. So out here we have this pretty bridge that I made using the wooden plank pavers, and they go over the river that cuts through the plot. Now this river was a pain to make. I've never done sinking before until this build, so I had to sink. This is actually like 1,000,000 capital chic tables that had died, so I had to sink them all into the ground. And they used so many stone bricks and iron bars. It was a struggle, but we got there in the end, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It is perfect. Perfect, exactly what I wanted, and I love it. And we've got some froggies just scattered across the whole thing, just chilling. I think they look really cute. So then this bridge does go across the river, and then on the other side we have the conservatory here. Also, I got this little froggy that I got for like linking my PlayStation account. He's cute, and I thought that he fit because he's blue. Super cute. Yeah, so in here we have the conservatory, and I turned it into a sort of plant bug potion making room. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's kind of like witchy, kind of whimsical, and I just felt like it matched the rest of the house. And I kind of wanted to make something like Tamala's house. That's what I was sort of going for when I made it, and I am happy with how it turned out. So in the corner we just got the little bug terrarium thingy. Again, lots of plants and wood, the logs and stones and things like that. Little tables for doing stuff, the gems. And then I did glitch this fireplace in because I just thought it would add a little like centerpiece. Some plants and stuff over here, and then on the shelves there's like bottles for potions and jewels and things like that. Super cute. And then I just put a little chair, you know, for maybe you need to take a break, have a little cup of tea or something, have a little relax. And yeah, I'm very happy with how this one turned out. It's pretty simple. I didn't do too much in here. I just wanted a little outdoor something to sort of tie the whole plot together. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. Again, I really, really do love the elderwood flowers. Like these ones here, they're so pretty. I love them. And the bushes are perfect. Exactly what I needed. They just fill so much space and they just make it feel so much more alive rather than just empty outside. I think Elderwood is beautiful, and I'm very happy with how I captured the essence of Elderwood on this plot. Let's have a little run down the river, shall we? Here we got our little froggies. Yeah, I'm very happy with how this river turned out. And it just leads back to the start. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tour of my Elderwood cottage. Let me know what your favorite part of the build was and if I inspired you to create something new. Also, if anyone does want to come and view my house or even vote for it, it is available on the tour board right now. My in-game name is Faith Ling, as you can see in the top left corner. Make sure you put the space in between, and yeah, you can go view my house if you would like. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!